Welcome to the sun porch. I'm Hannah. This is Sweet Fern Homestead. And today I have so many balls that I'm juggling all over with like octopus arms that I just needed to pick one thing right now while my hair was drying to get done. And I decided to come in and clear out the sun porch because it has been nagging at me. We have a very brief window where we can use this space before it gets too hot and after it's been too cold. It's not insulated, but it is a wall of glass. It's windows and a door. The windows are really big, they do open, and there is a ceiling fan. You can see there's a ceiling fan, but it just, the circulation in here when it heats up just is not enough to keep it cool. When we moved in, there was a TV in here that the people who own the house had put in, and I made the kids do their Xbox time out here no matter what the temperature was. So in the winter they'd come in and they'd put on like 7,000 blankets to play their Xbox hour, and then in the summer they'd come in and they'd be like hardly dressed, stripping off their clothes, sweating, guzzling ice water just to play their Xbox time. They're older now, they have Xboxes other places, but that's what I did when they were younger. So we still have this thing on the wall, no TV, it is what it is. Now I do want to show you, while I did clear this out and vacuum, there's really bright sun there right now. This is where Delilah usually lays. I put pillows there for her. I have one section of the room that is not going to be touched today, where I just piled everything up, and mostly that's stuff that needs to be moved outside, and I need to transition all of my potting that I've been doing inside to outside. However, can you see the wind? Can you see the wind? Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see the trees blowing. It's wind like I have never seen. It is wild, wild wind. So that's on hold. Dave has to bring the compressor down. I have, usually what we do to harden off seedlings is they come from the upstairs south-facing window down here. The only direction of no sun in the sun porch is south. So I can't really treat it like a place to grow seedlings. However, it has been a great in-between place to start hardening off. So usually the seeds come from downstairs, from upstairs to here, and then I kind of line them up and then place them on the stairs going down for an hour a day, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I just work up. If it's an overcast day, I'm able to kind of just leave them outside for a really long time, and the hardening off process can happen really fast that way. So that's what this room often gets used for. And then it's like, oh, couldn't we eat breakfast here? It's so lovely. I bought this table years and years ago when my kids were little. It's this huge long table, and I used to bring it to retreats with me. When I would do retreats, I would just bring it with me because it folds, it comes down into small little pieces. Anyway, so there is that corner of the room, and sometimes you just need to get one space done so you can feel the joy in the accomplishment and the achievement, and then you move on to something else. So I have two things here. I have one of my Kantha quilts, and then I have a vintage sari fabric. I've used this as curtains before, but it also makes a great throw. So I may just double these up, I'm not sure. So I'll just see what's gonna happen there. So something like that. And then I have this rug that I found for free at a transfer station swap shop. This is a rug from, I believe it's from where was this from? Somewhere. I can't remember at the moment where it was from. I'm blanking. 100% wool rug. It was gorgeous, in incredible condition, and the only thing that's happened to it is I did spill some paint on it one time, if you've been following me for a while, when I was painting my old studio, which is now Chloe's room, I fell off the stool and the paint went everywhere. It was a disaster. I lost one of my favorite pieces of furniture because there was just no way it could come back from that. Paint all over the wood floor. It was amazing. Paint on the benches. There's paint on the table. There's paint on this rug because this was the table. This was the dining room before it was my studio, before it was Chloe's room, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me find some stuff. I'm a collector. There's no shortage of stuff. I'll tell you what my idea was. I collect, or I used to collect, I don't anymore, because what would I do with them all? I used to collect these boxes, sort of like toolboxes, old wooden boxes, and I have a ton of them. I've got my potatoes going in one of them now. And I was thinking, what if I just do that and then add my tiny little glass bottles that I collect, you see the theme, and as we start bringing in flowers and herbs from outside, we'll already have this beautiful little display. I'll fill the bottles with water and we can just come in and pluck and start adding to kind of just bring this place to life. I can't, this is the irony of this room, is I can't really have plants in here. I will try some plants in here when the temperatures hit the 50s at night. I'll try it, I'll see, we'll see. But often it ironically just gets either too hot or too cold depending on the time of day. So I have found that just bringing in flowers and plants and little clippings like that works really well. And it was that simple. So I'm gonna go get my little bottles. I'll be back. Actually looks like I may not even have enough. I may have to get more. Isn't that cute? So I'll go get more, I'll fill them up, and then what is outside, maybe I'll go steal a few daffodils from the yard, because daffodils you can pick and they'll grow back. Tulips you cannot. If you pick the stem down, you won't be able to get the tulip flush again next year. I have heard you can pick it with a really tiny stem and it might work, so we could try that. Oh, I do have some tulips in there. All right, well, I have some Mother's Day tulips. I did not grow these. They're already picked, so I feel like maybe just trying a few of these to get the ball rolling. And then this will just swap out whenever we find something that we want to pick and bring in and adore, treasure. And then I think I just need to get some more greenery. So I have some house plants here that I started to see if I could root these into water, and that's really cute in here. And I think they'll enjoy this space. And I'll just keep filling it up. I grabbed a couple of the white daffodils. This is a boxwood that just started growing again. It's really pretty. And then I just grabbed this ornamental pear, a little blossom from the ornamental pear. I didn't want to take too much. So there's still a couple jars empty. They can be filled. And as soon as these tulips are done, I imagine we will be having things like chamomile, oregano, what else is out there? Some yarrow stems and leaves. So now, in all that I have to do, this is one place where I know I can just come out here with my cup of coffee in the morning and relax and enjoy the beautiful space. Thanks for hanging out with me while I played in here. Okay, my hair is almost dry. That's all it took, was just a little cleaning time to get my hair dry. Now I can put my hat on, thank goodness. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe. I'd love to have you say hello in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what's going on for you, what's happening in your world. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.